Hi, Gemini-cancer. Welcome, welcome, welcome to your timeless astrology tarot reading here at Cusp of Roses. My name is Gabrielle, and you are tuned in to a tarot reading channel that offers you general timeless tarot readings for all 12 cusp zodiac signs, every new and full moon in every zodiac season. If you're interested in that content, make sure you hit that subscribe button beneath the video. Super excited to get into this energy with you guys, Gemini Cancer. Okay, we have some things to talk about that I was given during your meditation time, or when I meditate for you guys for this read. All right. I definitely kept hearing, oh, hi, Solar Moon Vision. Hi, love. Thank you for being here. Good to see you. Oh, hold on one second, y'all. Hold on one second. Get my stuff together. So as I was meditating here for you all, Gemini Cancer, I kept hearing the word crown. Crown, 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 crown. Everything is centered in at your crown, okay? So your crown chakra is going to be very, very important for you to tap into, make sure you're balancing that energy center, activating that energy center for a lot of you all, okay? There's a really good higher chakra frequency healing meditation that is in my chakra healing curated playlist that's linked in the description box below. I would listen to that either at night here or just as you're doing some work or when you are focused on something, okay? Or I don't want to say idle-minded, but yeah, just kind of sleep. It's going to help a lot of what's been trying to come in for you, Gemini Cancer, to finally connect or finally find its way in your consciousness. So definitely something unlocking in the crown chakra, okay? So let's go ahead and grab that incense just to kind of help support that balance. And then I'm going to sound my singing bowl 1 to 3 times. This would be a time for those of you guys that might be new, where you would want to do any sort of gratitude or grounding practice that feels right and best for you, whether that is silence, breath work, a prayer, an affirmation, a mantra. Whether or not you're here at this reading with a specific intention, hold that tension or that intention in your mind and in your heart, and then let the cards kind of come out as confirmation for whatever that intention is. Okay, however, getting grounded and offering up gratitude or however you want to approach it, go ahead and get started on that now. All right, as we light your incense and clear and set the energy. All right. Hi, Queen Tiki. Thanks for being here, love. So this crown energy, Gemini Cancer, I do feel like there's a higher level of awareness that you're reaching in this moment whenever you find this read. And in order to kind of stabilize or keep yourself open to what's trying to come in, yeah, keeping your higher chakras aligned. So higher chakras can be considered the heart, the throat, the third eye, and your crown. Out of the main 7 along the human spine, there are hundreds of chakra centers and energy centers that we connect to and have access to, but we're only focused on these 7 here. Yeah, I think the divine really wants you to be open, like really wants you to open up to the presence of spirit. So some of you might be having some like spiritual encounters. This could also come up as like paranormal activity, like sensing energy around you that doesn't necessarily have human form yet, right? And I don't mean to freak you out if you guys are kind of afraid of that type of thing. Some of you, okay, and my condolences for anybody who's like lost a loved one recently. It could be that loved one wanting to be near you, wanting to come towards you. Interestingly enough, the incense smoke here is split into 2, which tells me that you're maybe highly in your duality right now with that Gemini energy. There's a spirit that wants to be around you, Gemini Cancer. Maybe this is you tuning into a new spirit guide or guardian. Maybe you've gotten a new connection here in the spirit realms, or you've like awakened into a new level. Whatever this new level is, it maybe requires new guidance, like new support. If you believe in that sort of thing or connect with that sort of thing. If not, then that's not for you, okay? Yeah, it's like for that group of y'all, there's a new ancestor coming through. This could definitely be somebody who's maybe passed a while ago. I do feel like you've known them in this life. Passed a while ago, but it's like they've gone through some sort of initiation or they've elevated and now are ready or either ready or have been assigned to help you with something. But in order to do so, you have to keep this part of your chakras in alignment and open. This could be somebody here who maybe felt that they were gifted themselves, or you knew that they had some sort of spiritual gifts. They could have been a dreamer. They could have been really good at giving predictions. Yeah, you got South Node. So clearly this help is coming in to help you release something. What else here, Divine? This is just your pre-shuffle, okay? For my new peeps, you've got the 6th house. Virgo energy. Establishing a foundation, health, daily life, and practical details. This could almost be a warning. This for somebody. There's a warning from someone's ancestor, like, don't fall into the patterns that they did. So this could be like, I'm seeing like a grandmother who maybe smoked a lot, like smoked a lot of cigarettes, and maybe now you crave the nicotine or like the smell of it, of tobacco, or you now smoke cigarettes. It's like something like that, like some sort of coping mechanism that's been, yeah, I know, I felt a feminine presence there. This is like a warning, like, don't pick up the poor habits that I had. Yeah, mutable, and there's that Gemini energy, which is you. Gemini, Virgo, here with the 6th house, Sag, and Pisces. So this person could have been a Pisces. That is this ancestor. Don't fight the changes you know you need to make, Gemini, Cancer. Don't fight what you know you need to release. Surrender to it. Welcome the change. Welcome the releasing energy. Whatever that south node is for you, it could be in Virgo maybe. Or your south node is connected to your 6th house. Yeah, you've got the 10th house. Some of you could be healthcare workers or work in a healthcare field. And or you're destined to release some sort of career path, to embark on a new one or surrender to a new one that's calling you. Okay. There's that 1st house and Venus. Some of you are being called to embrace a challenge that you're faced with self-confidence, loyalty, and creativity with Leo. I get a lot of Queen of Cups energy, which is your court card, Gemini, Cancer. Regardless of your gender. I think that this is centered around something in your daily routine here, Gemini, Cancer, that has to change, that has to shift. Yeah, some of you, it could be like as simple as like a smoking habit, or I don't know, something along those lines, like something that you do daily that isn't necessarily healthy for you. It's just more habitual. It's more of a habit. It's almost like this ancestral energy that's like surrounding you wants you to see value and beauty in your health, like in your body, in your mental health, your spiritual health, your emotional health. Like, again, I get that, like, it's like a monkey see, monkey do type of thing. You might have picked up some sort of subconscious habit, or again, some sort of pattern from someone who's passed on here. Feels like an elder. And it's like they wanting you to change the things that you can, change the things that you know you need to, so that you don't have, or you can avoid a challenge down the road. Because with the 1st house, individuality, self-image, and approach to life, it's kind of like that's what needs to change. in a very kind of like sweet and endearing way. I feel like someone here maybe took on some sort of habit or pattern as like a way to connect with this passed on loved one, or like in kind of like a symbolic way, like honor them. And I know that might sound a little wild, but a little bit, it's a way that like someone feels close to another person who's not here physically anymore. But it's kind of like this person is saying, no, like be better than me, do different than me. Don't do the same things that I did. Be careful of the patterns. Yeah, so there's definitely some sort of like ancestral patterning here that you're being asked, Gemini Cancer, to break through, to be the one who welcomes change, to be the one who does things differently, so that you avoid having mountains to climb later down the road. Yeah, I feel like whatever the habit is, it's something that's definitely not great for your health in excess. So, like, hold on one second. Hold on one second. Hey, y'all, I'm reading. Hi, baby. Bye, baby. I got incense in here, Papa. Ooh, I'm sorry about that, y'all. My apologies. But if you know, then you know, okay? I don't want to dig too deep into it. I feel like whoever I'm speaking to in regards to that, you know exactly what that habit is. And I almost feel like, yeah, it's like this ancestor wants to be honored in a new way. Um, yeah, that Queen of Cups energy. Take care of yourself, love yourself, like don't do what I did. Yeah, I get that really, really strongly. This could also just be rhetoric that you're maybe giving your children here, Gemini Cancer. Like, don't do what I do, do better than me. But with children, you got to understand that they are complete sponges. And as much as you say, don't do what I do, they're going to always do what you do. It's how they learn how to survive. It's just how they're wired, right? So this might be a challenge for you here, Gemini Cancer, to actually do better and show up differently, to break some sort of karmic cycle. And I feel like it's karmic patterning, or it's a way that it's a way of coping that's been passed down through generations. Okay. So it's like, yeah, spirit wants you to get structured and disciplined around this health, your daily life, establishing a healthy foundation, establishing some sort of beauty routine, or again, just keeping up appearances in a way that makes you feel good, however that looks, because everybody's different when it comes to that. But it's more or less like an encouragement to be more of an individual in a particular situation than a carbon copy, or than a mirrored reflection of something or someone. Yeah, it's just like give love to yourself. It could even be that. Maybe you come from a lineage of overgivers and people who, don't take care of themselves but take care of everybody else. It's like there's some sort of pattern that you're being asked to break through. You're being challenged with to break through. This could also be about your career, where you might be getting a little bit of help and assistance here, Gemini Cancer, to pursue something in career that means something to you, and that maybe the people around you don't understand or don't see the same way. Like, this feels very like small town, or it doesn't even necessarily have to be like that, but that kind of like storyline, right? It's like joining the family business or going off and doing my own thing. It's kind of like that. Like, you are positioned to do something that this ancestor did not have the opportunity to do. And it's like that's how they're wanting to be honored, as opposed to maybe picking up their bad habits. Do what they couldn't do. Yeah, that ancestral energy is really strong. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's the paranormal activity it's from this spirit, from this person. It's definitely a feminine energy, a woman. A woman who you maybe think or would identify as like a Queen of Cups in your life here. All right, let's get your direct influences. That felt super specific here for someone. Thank you so much, Divine. What are the direct influences here for Gemini Cancer energies? Direct cosmic influences in the now moment. Uranus, okay. Radical change. Okay, what else? Direct influences here for Gemini Cancer. Second house. Yeah, that's a change in career. There's a career change coming for you, Gemini Cancer. Everybody wants a 4-card read. Okay. And you've got Chiron and Pluto. Hurt, heal, and transform. And look at that. And then you've got the North Node. Destined to have. So this shift in your career might be a bit painful, or it might bring up some of Chiron's energy for you, wherever your Chiron placement is. Maybe you have a Chiron in Taurus, or maybe you have a Chiron in Scorpio, or maybe in Aquarius, okay? And you don't necessarily have to resonate with this reading. But whatever is radically changing, it has to do with your physical security, your material values, and your sense of self-worth. That transformation, though, with Pluto, it's almost like Pluto and Chiron are trying to get you to face what you need to face here, Gemini Cancer, so that you can establish a foundation that is healthy for you. For you, though, like for you specifically, uniquely you. Not what seems to be good for everybody else. So I think that, like, whatever this is, it's not going to be easy, Gemini Cancer. It definitely isn't. I think there's going to be a lot of bittersweet type of energy with this shift and this change. But it is for your greater good. It's for the sake of your North Node energy. It's quite literally what you're here to let go of, so that you can make room for what you're destined to have. The only way that you can truly transform in this, Gemini Cancer, is by naming the hurt, feeling the hurt, facing the hurt, dealing with the hurt, so that it can heal. Really kind of like straight to the point energy here with you, Gemini Cancer, which I love. I definitely love, but definitely look into your Chiron placement. I do have free natal chart calculators linked in my description box. I would look at the tropical or Western astrology link that will give you your Chiron placement, and also like an excerpt or a blurb about what that placement means and how it shows up in your life. Because I think that whatever sort of foundation you've been trying to establish, it's that Chiron energy that has to be dealt with in order for you. Ooh, it just started storming real loud. In order for you to change what you need to change. All right. Thank you so much, Divine, for these messages here for Gemini-Cancer. What do they need to know about Uranus, the second house, Chiron, and Pluto's influence on them in the now moment? How is Uranus, the second house, Chiron, and Pluto influencing Gemini-Cancer in the now moment? What radically needs to change? The King of Cups. Wow. Hi, Donna. Thanks for being here, love. Good to see you. You've got the Two of Pentacles. King of Cups with the Two of Pentacles feels like masking emotions around what you have to, around your stress, what you have to handle. Something has definitely gotten a little out of hand here. Or that's what I meant by like coping mechanism. How you're deciding to cope with your stress could be ancestral or generational. And it's like there's an ancestor on the other side that wants you to pay attention to that pattern so you can heal that pattern and not... Like, this is something that has affected more than one family member. For whoever is resonating with this, yeah, you got the Tower. So this is kind of like, right. This is, Gemini-Cancer, your health is really important right now. Really, really important. Because it almost feels like you're at the brink of going down a road that many in your family have already gone down, and it did not end well for them. Or having the opportunity to do it differently. Okay, so there is going to be some sort of Tower moment here in your stability in your second house. Like I said, a career change could be coming, a job change. Due to the stress, listen. Thank you, Spirit. Listen, the Ace of Pentacles. So don't worry when this change happens. When this change happens, there will be a new opportunity right away. Now, this could also be a situation where the opportunity comes in and that causes the Tower. So I'm not saying like anybody's getting fired here. It's just there could be an opportunity that comes in that then breaks you free from something that has actually been really stressful for you or not really beneficial for your health. Thank you. And come on now. There's that Leo energy, strength. Yeah. When the Tower comes, do not fear it. Don't freak out. Because that Ace of Pentacles is right there. Hurt and heal, Six of Cups. Yeah, so your Chiron could definitely be in Scorpio. Just really an interesting Chiron placement. But I'll let you do your research around that, okay? Tell me a little bit more about the Six of Cups in Chiron. You've got Justice, the World, and the Knight of Swords. Yeah. Whatever. Again, the Chiron is an asteroid that can show you your like Achilles heel in life, your tender spots, your wounds. you're finally finding balance in that. It's like, yeah, Gemini Cancer, you have an opportunity coming your way that is going to heal some sort of ailment or habit or tradition, or again, something of that sort that doesn't make you happy. It stresses you out. It's really detrimental to your health, yet you're still trying to figure out a way to make it through. It's like the divine's going to bring something new for you here to break you away from that so that your scales can actually balance out and you can end this cycle for good. It's like you're destined to have more than what you think is possible for you, Gemini Cancer. And that's maybe, oh, thank you, Spirit. That's why you have to keep your crown, your third eye, your higher chakras open to be able to see that and connect with what that more is. Knight of Swords with transformation in Pluto. Yeah, it's transforming the thoughts or how you communicate things. Clarify the Knight of Swords. Thank you. Cool. Now, look at here. With the Emperor, look at here. You started with the King of Cups. And now you have the Queen of Cups over here. That's you. With the Emperor at the bottom. Here's what I'll say, and I don't really say this often, because I firmly believe that not everybody is wired to do so. But Gemini Cancer, you are meant to do something for yourself, like be an entrepreneur. You're meant to be an entrepreneur. You're meant to make your own schedule, do your own thing, not really work for anyone else. It's the fact that you have to do this kind of Two of Pentacles, shuck and jive type of dance to help someone else's financial stability as opposed to your own. You're meant to be an entrepreneur. And I get that doing that, can be very scary, right? Because you have good months, you have not so good months. Everything really does depend on you and your work and your effort, right? It's not consistent all the time. But it's something that would be healthy for you. It'd be healthy for you. Tell me more about the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Cups with Pluto. Clarify the King of Swords. It's healthy for you, Virgo. The Ten of Pentacles. That Ten of Pentacles, that's what you're destined to have here, Gemini Cancer. You're destined to have the Ten of Pentacles. Now, justice here in the world, and Chiron, hurt and heal. With a Tower in between the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. So this could be family dynamics for you, Gemini Cancer, that will have a radical shift and a radical change. Some of you guys, this could be like an inheritance coming your way. That's not for all of you, but for some of you with the World and Justice, hurt and heal in the Six of Cups. Knight of Swords. Yeah, Knight of Wands and the Five of Wands. Be mindful of your impulses here, Gemini Cancer. I get that whatever this is, this could be like an event. This tower moment could be something very powerful, very big that might shift you, or you might have to put on like a brave and strong face for those that depend on you, but then need to have your moment to kind of cope however you need to cope in order to keep going. Like it feels like a fight, like an internal fight. And this is really, really interesting energy, Gemini Cancer. Tell me more about the connection between Uranus and the second house. The Page of Cups. It's like I want to say something. It's like right on the tip of my tongue, but it won't come out. That is funny. I want to say that like there could be somebody who wants to offer an apology. Like after a conversation, it feels like the Queen of Cups, which is you, you've maybe talked to someone, whether this is a spouse, whether this is family member, a friend, someone you've known for a very long time, someone you've trust, okay? Or just, this could even just be casual conversation. And it's like through that conversation, you might step into the awareness that you're actually overwhelmed or you're really, really stressed. Yeah, I get that because there's like this pain in my back. Some of you, stress can manifest in your back, like your back muscles might get really tight when you're really stressed. And it's a pain behind the heart. So just again, your health, Gemini Cancer. I am not trying to scare anybody. If you feel like something's going on, make sure you get to the doctor, okay? Consult a professional. Especially if you have a history of like heart conditions, heart-related ailments. Some of you guys, if this is career, this could be like layoffs that are happening. You've got the Magician. More Gemini energy, Taurus Gemini specifically for me, and you got Taurus here with the Hierophant, second house with Taurus. Okay, so this could definitely be in like your, in your career. It's kind of almost like, for some of you guys, this could be like a boss that sees you've been really working hard, but again, that you are very stressed, and it's like they want to offer you something new that will be less stressful for you. It's something about what you're strong in or you have strong skill set around that they want to offer you an opportunity to pursue or now do. So like shift out of what you've been doing and start doing something differently for the company. But with the Magician, it feels like you have more autonomy. It could be something that's creative. Like you might be your company's new creative strategist or something like that, right? Like it requires you to do something that you're actually really good at. but it's definitely less stressful than what you're doing now. Okay. That's beautiful. Yeah. Seven of Wands says that, again, stand your ground. You are protected. Clarify the second house in Chiron. What's the connection there for Gemini Cancer? Thank you. You've got the Three of Pentacles. More Capricorn energy with the 2 and now the 3. Some of you might have aspirations of going into the medical field or have always wanted to do maybe be a nurse or a physician assistant, what is that? A medical tech, right? You might be getting a chance to do so. Again, I think there's somebody here or something here, an energy very much so connected to you, around you, that wants to work with you or is trying to work with you through some hurt and some healing so that you can end some cycles, so that you can have room for this Ace of Pentacles. And it's raining so hard outside. So it's like something definitely needs to cleanse and clear. That's what I feel like Chiron wants to do. Work with you to help cleanse and clear. Maybe the heart space. Again, check out that higher chakra meditation in my chakra healing playlist listed in the description box below. If I can remember, I'll try to pin it in a comment. But you got the Knight of Wands for Chiron and Pluto. It's habit. It's so strange how it's like I can't really even speak to it. So I think that this is something that's very personal for those of you that are going to resonate with this, for me to not really be able to articulate words around the feeling that I sense. Clarify the Three of Pentacles. What's the assistance and the help? The King of Pentacles. That's what I mean. This could be like an employer wanting to work with you, wanting to help you. So maybe you had a conversation with your employer recently, or somebody at work around what you've been stressed about, what you've been having to deal with. And maybe because of your vulnerability, you've got the Empress, because of your vulnerability or your openness around what you are dealing with here, Gemini Cancer, or what you're healing from. You could still be mourning and grieving the passing of someone close to you. Others of you, this is one of those moments where you realize that the field of work that you're in, look at the Star card. Yeah, Aquarius energy might be important too, especially with the King of Cups. And the World. For some of you, this is a moment where you're realizing that the career path you've chosen is a direct reflection of your own wounding. Or you're in this profession out of like a survival instinct, in the sense of, like, let's just say you're really good at like crisis management, or, you know, things hit the fan. You're the rock that everybody kind of goes to kind of get through it. So you've picked I think I saw like a reel about this, like eldest child, or even just like eldest daughter syndrome in the way, like being the third parent in the home, having to kind of like manage everything, your siblings, sometimes maybe even the household, depending on what your parents did or whomever was in the home with you, right? It's like because that's what you're good at, you went for professions that needed that type of support and care and management. So you might just be in management in some sort of way here. But it's not something that's actually good for your health. Like, again, it's like someone recognizing that this is like a trauma response that I'm working in and out of every single day. And it's not really what brings you joy, is what I feel. It's just something you know you're good at and you know is needed, or you know can supply some sort of foundation for you. So it's not really where your passion's at. It's just what logically makes sense. But I don't know that up until this point in this moment that you've connected with how deeply this daily routine or working in this role affects you. And it keeps you in a south node pattern when the divine wants you to be heading towards your north node and the star. Destined to do something different, destined to heal the hurt, Chiron. Destined to transform, Pluto. Destined to find new ways of stabilizing yourself in your strengths, but recognizing it's almost like just because you're good at it, it doesn't mean that it's something you have to do. You know what I mean? Just because you're good at it doesn't mean it's something that you have to do. You can be good at something and it not really bring you any sort of fulfillment. You just naturally have a tendency or a natural propensity towards that. But some of you have been acting out of like survival instincts, or it's something that you were conditioned to play a role in or carry that role, and it's time for you to pick a new role, be the star, destined to have some sort of alignment, maybe. I don't even know. Even with the Empress and the Emperor coming out, and we have the King and the Queen of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles and the World, it's like Gemini-Cancer, there could be something that you're meant to do that's definitely going to affect more than just you. It could be something that takes on the world stage, shifts something for a community. I definitely feel like you're meant to be a leader in some way, but not in a way that I think you thought. Not in the way that you thought. In a way that has a lot deeper of a meaning for you. In a way that's super tethered to your life purpose, North Node. Some of you, it could quite literally be you might begin to identify as a healer. So whatever your medium for healing might come online for you. Again, maybe why you need to really make sure your higher chakras are in alignment so that that healing power can kind of flow through you and flow to who it needs to flow to. Some of you, I just heard like physical therapy. Yeah, it's like, interestingly enough, it's like someone either had that dream like, oh, I really want to be a physical therapist, but everybody in your family is like a teacher. And you're like, I mean, yeah, teaching comes naturally to me because I'm surrounded by them, right? But that's not where my heart's at. But someone's like, oh, like, do you know what I mean? Like, you should just do that because you're so good at it. And maybe you did. Because it provided some sort of stability, predictability, right? But where you really need to be is in like the healing arts, or like, again, like physical therapy or acupuncture, or maybe some of you guys are even Reiki, because I feel a little bit of energy in my hands. Reiki healers or herbal healers, right? Like nutritional healing and that type of thing. Or what's that? What is it? Rapid transformation therapy, like therapy through like hypnosis or something like that. Like some sort of healing here that you are either going to be doing for yourself, or you're going to actually step into that role to do for others or support others in. Yeah, Gemini Cancer, this is interesting. Very, 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 very interesting. With the Empress and the Knight of Wands, that's Venus, right? That showed up in your pre-shuffle. It's like I feel like I have to choose my words wisely with you, Gemini Cancer. I feel like you're going to be placed in a position to receive assistance in some form, shape, way, whether this is, again, ancestral from the spirit realm, whether this is an employer, King of Pentacles, whether this is from a spouse, maybe King of Cups. It's like whatever this is, that whatever that Ace of Pentacles is, you are being encouraged to pursue it intensely with the Knight of Wands. To go for what you love, not for what is practical. Go for what you love to do. And that is very difficult. I could sit here and say that all day. You could hear that from everybody. Just do what you love. Follow your passions. Follow your dreams, right? Way more complicated sometimes. And I think this is a moment for you, Gemini Cancer, where you're going to have to really check in with yourself to really answer that question of, are you ready to have that type of radical change in your life? Because it feels like you're at a point where something has to give. And if you continue down the path that you are on, it could really be detrimental to your health. That's one thing I can't pull away from. You might not be recognizing how detrimental something that you do on a daily, and it feels like a job or a work environment, the stress that it causes you is actually wearing down on your body, your mental health, your emotional health, your spiritual health. And it's like the divine wants you to align now with your North Node, which puts you in a position that allows you to heal the part of you that felt like that was the only way to create foundation or establish yourself, or to get you to slow down a little bit and tune in more to what you sense, what you feel, so that it's like more information wants to come towards you, but you kind of have to sit still for it, Gemini Cancer. You have to sit still for it for a moment. It's like the divine is definitely trying to tell you some major change is about to happen or is already happening in your life. And it's breaking you away from something that definitely was causing you an immense amount of stress, that was wearing down. I can't get away from that, wearing down your body. Like aches and pains and physical reactions to the stress. Having like brain fog, like really feeling a bit disoriented. It's like that's a sign of stress. And I feel that. I feel kind of like tightness in my chest. So again, if you have any sort of history with like heart conditions, anything like that, please make sure you go get a checkup. Make sure you are working on all cylinders. You are doing whatever you need to do because this stress feels intense, like to the point where it could create like a heart attack. Which I pray does not happen to anybody here. But that is like, that's kind of where you could head. That could be that challenge that your ancestors here are trying to warn you about. Okay. Gemini Cancer, we're going to look a little deeper into your North Node energy and that star energy over in the extended on Patreon, okay? That will also be a live reading. You can join me on Patreon through the link in my description box, and I will post the exact extended in a pinned comment under this reading, okay, once it is done loading. Gemini Cancer, I am sending you so much love, courage, strength, and peace to really welcome and surrender to the changes that are trying to happen for you. Because it is for your greater good, but it's like you need to see that. You really need to see that, so that you don't hurt yourself in this process, or that you kind of keep an open heart to the magic that can actually happen. You are the cusp of magic, right? This is natural energy for you. Magician. It's like you're getting your last ace to actually create something new that really will bring you a sense of stability, or have or provide a strong foundation. And it brings some sort of South Node energy, wounded energy to an end. All right, so we're going to dig a little deeper with the tarot here again over on Patreon. I hope to see you guys over there. But if not, let me know what from this portion of the reading resonates with you the most in the comments down below. I love to talk to you guys down there, so thank you in advance for sharing that with me. I appreciate you. Make sure you are subscribed here so that you can tune in to our upcoming live tarot readings. I will have the next set of astrology tarot readings, if you're watching this in real time with me, posted probably tomorrow for everybody, so you can hit the notify me buttons under the scheduled lives that you want to tune into so you don't miss out. All right. I thank you to everybody tuning in. Thank you, Queen Tiki. Thank you, Donna. Oh, your mom had heart problems. Okay. Okay, Donna. Yeah, definitely be mindful of that, okay? And how that might show up in your day-to-day life. North Node Cancer, Simone. Okay. Beautiful. Oh, you wanted to be a nurse and a medical tech. Oh, okay, Donna, so I am tapped into you there. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Well, I do hope that this reading served you well, my love, and everybody else here tuning in. And I will see you all in our next one. All right? Namaste.